How's it going, everyone? So another top 30 visit for the Packers, and this one's going to be on a defensive tackle in Kaleb Proctor. So Kaleb Proctor comes in as the 10th best defensive lineman, not a defensive tackle, but defensive lineman in this year's draft, and is ranked currently 121 overall out of all the players, according to the consensus draft board. For his RAS score, he scored a pretty high RAS score at 9.11. Comes in at a height of 6'1", weighs 291 pounds, vertical jump of 33 inches, and a broad jump of 9 feet and 5 inches. And also ran the 40-yard dash at 4.79. So a pretty athletic, pretty quick defensive tackle. Over on the PFF side for his grades and also some of his stats, for his last year at Southeastern, Louisiana, he had a defensive grade of 86.5, a run defensive grade of 74.2, tackling grade of 49.3, so pretty bad on that front, but a pass rush grade of 90.4. He did have 39 total pressures in his final year, which accumulated because of 9 sacks, 4 hits, and 26 hurries. And then he did have also 18 total tackles with 6 missed tackles, which accounted for 18.2% missed tackling percentage, which was the highest out of all the years. The years before that, only an 8.3 missed tackle percentage, and the year before that, 4.5 and a 6.3. So averaged with that kind of outlier in a sense, a 10.1 missed tackle percentage. Now, what are some of the strengths and weaknesses for him? Strength, elite explosiveness. His first step burst is considered among the best in the class, often knifing into the backfield before guards can set their feet. Developed pass rush plan. Unlike many small school prospects, Proctor possesses a deep toolbox of moves, including violent clubs, swims, and arm overs. Stunt and loop specialist. His lateral agility and coordination make him a nightmare for offensive lines on designated stunts. Big game performance. He silenced competition concerns with a dominant showing against LSU, where he recorded 2 sacks and 3 tackles for loss. And he has a high motor. Now, some of the weaknesses for him, his size. He is 290 pounds, so he's significantly undersized for an NFL defensive tackle and lacks the anchor to hold his ground. Run game liability. He can be washed out or moved like a rag doll by double teams, leading to an unreliable run defense. Makes sense considering he is undersized. Pad level issues. Evaluators note that he often pops up too high out of his stance, surrendering leverage to stronger NFL caliber linemen. Tackling inconsistency. Has a surprisingly high missed tackle rate for an interior defensive player, which climbed during his final college season. And then lastly, functional strength. While quick, he lacks the upper body power to consistently shed blockers once they latch onto his frame. And so, kind of also going through like Bleacher Report and NFL Draft Buzz, pro comparison they had for him on Bleacher Report was Levi Drake Rodriguez, and over on NFL Draft Buzz it was Jalen Redmond. So I honestly have not heard of either of those players. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but either way, kind of like reading into it, yes, he's very athletic and explosive, but he's coming in as a defensive tackle. If we're going to a 3-4 scheme, I don't see how he would play on the line at all because he's severely undersized. He's undersized in a 4-3 defensive tackle. I can't see him playing in a 3-4 on the line. Maybe on the edge where he's an edge rusher kind of deal, he could be a specialist, and that's where maybe the Packers might like him to kind of rotate on obvious pass rushing downs. But as an everyday 3-4 defensive lineman, I just don't see it. But he is also projected in the 5th round currently. He's kind of had a slight rising draft stock due to the fact of his athleticism and all. So it kind of remains to be seen if he goes in the 5th round, if he moves up into the 4th round, or he drops into the 6th round. If he's in the 6th round, I can see the Packers actually signing him because we do need some more pass rushers, especially with the loss of Rashawn Gary. Yes, he quit on us, but still Rashawn Gary. And then, of course, Kingsley Ignabarra, we also lost him. So we could definitely use a rotational pass rush specialist on this defensive line. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.